Hey everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how to apply for the UAE residency exam. It's called EMSTREX and we're just gonna type that into Google right here. And the first link is the right one, even though it says 1617 now, but it'll update to 2018 later in December. These are Dr. Raga's videos. They're very useful regarding the UAE residency, so you can check them out. In the meanwhile, we're just gonna be clicking login right here. You need an Emirates ID and a password if you have not registered already. So you're going to click on new registration to do that. If you already have an Emirates ID and a password, then you can just continue if you've applied before for the EMSTREX. So yeah, this is where you will fill all your details. On the side, you can see that they require certain essential documents: the Emirates ID, the original passport, and an exam receipt. The exam receipt is a document that you will receive after you're done completing your application and paying the 700 dirhams for the exam. Okay, so now we're just gonna click on the sidebars that are there. Once I'm done logging in, there is the overview of the entire process, the application process. Like here they've mentioned that residency applicants who have passed the residency exam before will be allowed to sit again. So there are 5 exams in a year and you can sit for all of them if you want, but each time you need to pay 700 dirhams. So it just depends on you whether you think you can really improve on your score the next time around. I think it's better to give it twice at least, so that you get an idea the first time around. So the fees is, yeah, like I mentioned, 700 dirhams, and you can pay them via your cards. Then the eligibility criteria, I'm just going to click on that. Well, they haven't given much here, so like I said, you just need to be residents of the country at least. And so yeah, this is the place where you will have to register for the exam, even though it shows closed now. In December, around like 10 days before the exam that was scheduled for December, the registration will open up, so you can only register at that time. The exam results are valid for 24 months like they've mentioned here, so you can use the scores that you get 1 year and then apply with the same scores the next year for interviews. Though I don't know how wise that would be, because in Dubai they've got a cutoff, and that cutoff has been increasing every time. So those who got 80 last time and were safe are not so safe this time, whereas Abu Dhabi does not have such a cutoff. So I think if you're only applying for Abu Dhabi, it doesn't matter, you can continue with the same scores. Next up is the information that will help you prepare for the exam: 120 questions, 3 hours, and the distribution of the marks in each subject. And yes, so it's pretty detailed in here, so that hopefully will help you out, and you'll have to go through that before you go for the exam. Now I clicked on the 10th March examination timing. There were 3 sessions on some days, and some days just 2, depending on how many people applied for the exam. But the session, you cannot select it. They're gonna give you whichever one is available for you at the time. And this was the candidate list. That is the list that will appear for the 10th March exam, so my name was there in this list. In the structure, you've got sample questions, and believe me, these are so important to go through, because the questions were very similar to these. The format and everything was something like this. So there are just 21 questions. I think it would be really helpful to you to go through these. Next up, we've got the learning resources. Like I mentioned, the US Emily Step 2 CK exam books would be really useful here: MTB 1, Step 2 and 3, and then first aid as well. And here are some of the FAQs that would be really helpful for anyone who's got questions regarding the exam. And this exam is common to both the residencies, so this is the first step. So once you're done with this, then you go on to the separate applications for both Abu Dhabi and Dubai. So I wish you all the very best, and I hope you found this video useful. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again next time.